How can you express love so that your child will feel it? You need to know what your child's love language is so that you can show them how much you love them and they get it, they hear it. That's really important. Welcome to Epic Mom Life. I am your host, Kara Peterson. This show is sponsored by The Possum's Tale, a unique book adventure for your 6 to 12-year-old child. Let's jump into today's show. Your child's love language. How can you express love so that your child will feel it? Love languages are ways that people express and receive love. Each person in your family can actually have a different love language. It is very common for you to give love in the way that you want to receive love. That is why it is really important for you to understand your child's love language, because you want to be showing them that you love them in a way that resonates with them. This is all based on the book, The 5 Love Languages of Children by Gary Chapman, where you can find a whole bunch more information, and that link will be in the notes. The 5 different love languages. Quality time. Some children feel most loved when you spend time together. In a world that often feels rushed and busy, you will need to carve out some special slowed down time and be attentive to your child. Here are some great quality time ideas. Go on a walk together. You can enjoy the early evening, fresh air, and conversation. Let your child choose their favorite restaurant and go out for a meal or snack. Reading time at night, and reading time is really important, but this is also a great way to enjoy some time together. Play games or put a puzzle together. Plan a special outing to the park, the museum, the library, the zoo, etc. Cook together. Are you in the car a lot going from here to there and you're just not using that time? Turn it into quality time. You can have that be your special zone, and that can be a conversation zone. That can be a special time for just you two zone. If your kiddo isn't much into conversation, you guys can actually regularly pick audiobooks, and you can, whenever you're in the car, you can listen to the story together, and then you can laugh and talk about the story together. Acts of service. Kiddos that feel loved through acts of service love it when you do things for them. These are the children that notice when you cook their favorite meal, or when you drive out of your way so that they can go see the special lights in the different neighborhoods. Acts of service ideas. Cook your child's favorite meal or treat. Do chores together. Your child loves it when you partner up with them. Help your child learn a new skill. Make an effort to do the things your child enjoys. Help your child understand homework or a project. Gifts. Some children feel loved when they receive gifts. It is really important to place emphasis on the time or the act of thinking of your child that led to getting the gift for your child. The gifts can really be small tokens. A child who feels love through gifts will interpret your love regardless of the expense or size of the gift. Gift ideas. Bring home a book or magazine that you know your child will be interested in. Make a gift together. It can be for the child or it can be for someone else. Give your child a special gift to remind them of your love, like a zipper pole or a keychain, just something fun. Start a collection of something with your child, rocks for example. Then periodically find a special rock for them and tell them why you thought of that rock and why that was special for them. Surprise them with a favorite treat or snack. You'll notice that keeps coming up. Kids tend to be food oriented, and that follows a lot of these love languages. Another love language is physical touch. This kiddo wants to actually feel your love. We have a cuddle chair in our home that we would read in at night. My two boys and I would end up bumping shoulders and hips and legs while I read. This filled the love language of both my boys. One was physical touch and one was quality time. Physical touch ideas: hug your child. I started adding a back scratch to the hug as my children got older so that I could kind of extend the hug. Cuddle together to read or watch a movie. Scratch or massage your child's back. Come up with a family handshake or fist bump. I came up with this one because in our family we have a member who is autistic, and that member doesn't see me very often. He knows who I am, but he doesn't have regular interaction with me. And one of my love languages is physical touch. So I needed that touch. He did not need that touch. And I needed to respect that boundary, but at the same time, I had this deep need to tell him I loved him. And remember that a lot of times we communicate that we love each other the way we want to receive that love. So I started doing a fist bump with him. And he was okay with the fist bump. So we probably fist bumped for 3 years before he ever felt comfortable hugging with me. And now he really likes to have a hug with the back scratch. But we led up to that. That was a 3-year lead up. And that met my need, but it was also very comfortable for him. So sometimes you just work around everybody's love language. And that one seemed to do that really well in our family. Create a special spa date. This is still for the person who wants the touch, the physical touch, with facials, manicures, pedicures, or all three. And you don't have to go somewhere. This would be your touching your child to show them you love them. So you would be giving your child the facial or the pedicure or the manicure. Words of affirmation. Praise and encouragement are what tell this kiddo that they are loved. When you compliment them in front of others, they feel you are very proud of them and that you love them. Here are some words of affirmation ideas. Leave a little note or letter in their lunch, letting them know you love them and you are thinking about them. There will also be a link in the notes about the lunchbox or note ideas that are the joke-a-days. Those are great. Make a list of your child's positive qualities. You can make this a lot of fun, and this is the geeky teacher coming out, but I love acrostic poems. Acrostic poems are the ones that form a word down, and then you do one word across this way. So you can do like at the beginning of each month, and you can do a letter for that month, or you can do your child's name, or you can do one word that describes the child. But so here's an example. May. And then you can do marvelous, amicable, and youthful. So each word describes your child, but it's for the month of May. So that's just an example. And then you can also notice when your child does a really good job at something, and you can compliment them for it. And this doesn't necessarily mean that they did a great job kicking a goal in soccer, but if you notice that their brother, their younger brother, was bored or wasn't doing anything, and they sat down and they played Legos with their brother. Things that show them how kind-hearted they are. And you can say, you know what, I love how kind-hearted you are, and how you noticed that your brother was kind of lonely and you sat down and you played with him. Because then you're also noticing them as a person. Use positive affirmations when you're speaking with your child. So speaking of positive affirmations, so I also have a note in the description notes, because I have found a lot of positive affirmations to just not quite be right. Some of them seemed kind of cheesy, and I'm thinking, wow, as a third grader, I don't think I would ever get into those. So I made them into heart cutouts because, well, a heart signifies love, and we just love our kids. And on each one is an affirmation that is short and sweet, and they all start with today I. So an example is, today I am good at solving problems. Just short and sweet, but they're just little affirmations to put you in a good frame of mind. So go get that link too. For kiddos who want their love shown with words of affirmation, you can also do a group text. I love this. My guys in the family started this, And this has been wonderful for me because I kind of feel like I'm in a secret club of love and support. Who doesn't want to be in a secret club of love and support? Everybody in the family is on this group text. And what we do is somebody just sends a meme or a cartoon to tell each other what they're feeling or show something funny they've experienced just to brighten each other's day. So it's just kind of like, this is where I'm at in my little world and this is what I'm feeling. And we all just kind of laugh with each other. We don't laugh at each other. That's all. I love that. Most of us have a primary love language and then a secondary one that comes in as a close second. A lot of ways of showing that you love your child can speak to 2 or 3 different love languages at once. We saw that food one keep coming up. It is important to keep in mind, not only with our children, but with our partners as well, that almost everybody is showing you that they love you the way they want to be loved. The problem is that you don't perceive this as love because that's not the way you love. If we're all missing each other's signals because that's not how we love, there's a lot of people who aren't feeling loved. You need to know what your child's love language is so that you can not only receive their love, of course, but so that you can show them how much you love them and they get it, they hear it. That's really important. As a quick recap, the 5 love languages are quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. If you want to know what your child's love language is, you can find many quizzes online. On Gary Chapman's official site, and there'll be a link for that, there are great quizzes for adults, an apology language quiz. Wouldn't it be great to know when your partner's apologizing and how to apologize so they can hear you? And ways to guess or determine your young child's love language. Young children are a little bit more difficult, so this one shows you how to do that. I would love for you to comment on what you feel your child's love language is and then how you communicate that, because we would all love fabulous ideas. This week's movie quote is, "I don't have time to worry about people who don't like me. I'm too busy loving the people that love me." Charlie Brown. If you are hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode, and for that, I want to send you a huge thank you. Please leave me a comment or review and share with other moms you know. Get in touch in the comments or on Kara's social media networks. See you next week for a new episode.